Well, it's official. I have finally given up my small business dreams to go back to the 9 to 5 corporate life. Yay! Just kidding. I would never do that. Well, not to the part of me giving up my small business, but I am back to a 9 to 5. Switching positions because I feel like the sun got kind of weird, but like I was saying, I've actually been back in the corporate life for the past like 4 months now. If you're new here, I have been unemployed almost a year ago actually to this date. It was like last, I think like mid-March. That is when I lost my job, and then I was unemployed for like 6 months. I was like thriving, just trying to make like this small business artist journey my full-time gig, and I really got to like just test it out and see how I liked it, and I really liked it. I feel like besides the financial aspect of it all and not having that like security, stable income, I really enjoyed it. I feel like I had so much balance in my life. Like I was really hustling, and I've done so many markets, more than I can like remember, and I was also able to like really clock out at 5 and take care of myself, watch a movie, play a video game, play with my dog. But nowadays it's a little bit harder to do that. But now that I'm back to a 9 to 5, there's definitely a lot of pros and cons to balancing both. The biggest thing is the bandwidth of it all, because now I have no time to do everything. I can't give 100% to both things on the same day. It's either like 100% to my full-time or 100% to my small business. And I feel like definitely when I first got a new job, like it makes sense to give my all to my full-time job, because 1, it's a new job, and 2, I'm trying to understand the processes of everything. So I definitely saw myself like not putting as much effort into my small business. But luckily, when I found out that I got the job, I had maybe like 2 or 3 weeks to prepare, and so I banked and bulk made so many content so that I didn't feel like I was behind on anything. I think like around November, so I got my job around mid to end October, so I was good for that month. But then like around November, that's when I started feeling like I did not have anything ready for YouTube, my social media. It was very quiet on the Doodles by Indie front. I was very invested in my job. And the thing is though, I feel like a lot of people, like their dream is to like eventually quit their full-time job so that they can pursue their side hustle and have that side hustle be their full-time job. And in some ways, I feel like I want that too. But at the same time, like I love my full-time job too. Like what I do is I help a lot of brands with their advertising fronts, and I'm not going to disclose the brands that I work with, but it's brands that I've already been using and I love their stuff. So it's just so exciting to, you know, be part of their journey and feel like I'm like working for the company, but I'm like working for multiple different brands. So it's like I'm touching every single little brand, and it's just so exciting because I think like another like passion of mine besides building my own business is like lifting up and building other people's businesses up, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But compared to my old job, this job in particular is taking a lot of my time, and I'm putting like a lot more effort. With my old job, I was working with one brand, but then now it's like I'm working with multiple brands. So it's like my old job times however many brands I'm working with, you know. So it's definitely a lot more my attention, and that's why I feel like sometimes I don't have the bandwidth to do both my small business and my full-time job. I feel like some days it's like 50-50 of like a little bit of my full-time job and then a little bit of my small business. Like sometimes I do my 9 to 5 and then I still have so much energy left after my 5 to 9 that I can still put a lot of effort into my small business. But then there are some days where I feel like it's like 70% my full-time job and then like 30% my small business. And I feel like those are usually the days that's like when I'm in the office. So again, different things about this job versus my old job was fully remote, whereas this job is a couple times in the office. So I have to like commute about like an hour and a half to 2 to the office, whereas back then it's like I do my 9 to 5 and then I just go to my separate laptop for my small business and have so much time and energy to put into my small business. However, that also means that like I didn't really take a break between my 9 to 5 and then my 5 to 9, besides like eating dinner or like walking my dog. But now with my full-time job, with that like extra commute, like I'm being forced to take a break and like read a book or sleep while on the bus, you know? So there's pros and cons there. But back to the thought of like, do I see myself doing both things forever? I don't know. It's just hard because like, again, I love my job. I love my small business. Eventually, I think I would love to have my small business become my full-time because there is a lot more flexibility. And like now that I'm like in my late 20s, I'm like really thinking about the future and like potentially having kids, and I just don't see myself doing both things when I have like a kid in my life, you know? Like I don't see myself commuting to work and then like leaving my kid to like my parents or something, or like a babysitter. Like I don't know. Like I honestly don't know how other moms do it, but I just don't see myself doing that. Like I can't even like leave my dog. I feel like so bad every single time I go to the office and I'm leaving my dog, you know? So I know that there are like moms out there for like my company and also obviously like in the country, and they're still working and taking care of their kids. But I'm like, I wish like if I was fully remote, maybe that's a different story. But going into the office, no. But going in the office and having a kid and having a small business, I think that's like a little bit too much, to the point where like I need to actually choose one or the other between like my full-time and my small business. So I just think I wish like by the time that I'm ready to have a kid, like my small business would be where I want it to be. I just feel like I want to be like confident enough in my small business where I can quit my full-time job and just rely solely on my small business. But alas, I don't feel that way right now, in terms of like being financially stable enough with just my small business, which is like the sad reality of it. Like I really have to hustle for both the full-time and the small business so that I can maybe start a family one day. And it's just like such an adult thing to like think about, because when I first started this business, when I was like, what, 25, I think? Like, this was not like a conversation that was in my head at all. Like, I was still going to work full-time, 5 days a week in the office, and then I still was working on my small business when I got home or in the morning. But now I have to think about like the future. Like, ew, I can't believe that's the age I'm at right now. I kind of just wanted to bring you along today of like what I kind of do on the weekend for my small business as someone who works full-time during the week, and I've been doing very minimal things during the weekday. Just like do admin work, very like minimal things, and sometimes I would draw, but it would take me like a few days to like finish a piece. Like for a sticker, it takes me days because I'm just like putting a couple of hours after work to do little things, I guess. So for the weekends, I feel like I do the things that I normally wouldn't be able to do during the weekday, especially when like it's dark outside. Like I usually don't film during the weekday. I don't take photos during the weekdays unless it's like the summertime and the sun comes out a little earlier, and so I take some photos in the morning. It is still somewhat winter, so I'm going to be taking a lot of photos for my website. I feel like there's so many like stickers that I have that I just didn't put up on my website at all, and like they've been made for months now, if not years. I've had so many markets where I launched new stickers, but I was always too busy or too lazy to just put it up on my website. Like I've been like prioritizing my pins and my keychains and greeting cards because those are the things that I like actually bought, and like I wanted it to just be out there up on my website and everything. Whereas my stickers, it's like I make them at home and I can control the inventory and everything, so it's not like a priority for me to, I guess, sell. But it has been doing really well in my markets, so I've constantly been making them, but I've just been, again, too lazy to put on my website. So today I'm going to bang everything out and have it up on my site. Okay, also I feel like I want to redo my room and like reorganize things. I don't know, but okay, my room's a mess, but I definitely want my desk moved over here and facing the window, or like me facing the window, because every time I'm on a call nowadays, like it's just so dark because the window is like facing me instead of like me looking at it, if that makes sense. So I think I'm gonna just move it over. So I think I like the layout so far. The only thing that I don't like though is like when I'm on a call or something, right behind me is like a mirror. So I don't know. I feel like my head would like cover it when I'm filming, just as I am right now, but I don't want to take the chances. So I feel like I either want to move like one of my shelves in the back to like create some sort of divider, which let me just, having like a divider shelf right here, but I'm like, will I have enough space to sit down if I have my shelf here? But I could also like move this table a little bit more so that I will have more space. But will it make the room look kind of weird if there's just like a shelf in the middle? I don't know. If this is like a very, maybe I should just move it back. I don't know. It just feels kind of weird now. But I also want to just move this lamp here because I don't feel like I need it because there's so much window space. And I was also thinking about like moving this like table where I usually draw to the other side of the room. But at the same time, there's like so much good lighting here that's like so good for like photos, for like just drawing in general with natural light, that I'm like, maybe I'll just leave it here. But I don't know, I'm having a predicament right now because I do like the layout of everything else. It's really just my desk and like the lighting that I get from it. Because I wish I had more like natural lighting for when I'm like on a Zoom call or something, and like I have a panel situation going on in a few weeks, so I don't want it to have like bad lighting. I don't want to like look like I'm in the dark. So it's a complicated situation. But I think for now I'm just gonna clean my desk because it's like a freaking mess. There's just so much junk on it that I want to like clean it so that every time I go on my desk I don't feel so overwhelmed. I think this is it. I've been like playing around with the desktop, but the wire here is on the right side of the laptop, so it's hard to like move things around. But I thought I wanted the laptop like right here because the sun is beaming this way, and so it'll have like good lighting. But unfortunately, again, because of the wire, I have to put it here. It's not long enough for it to go like around if I were to put it on the right side. So I think this is what it's gonna look like. Definitely a lot cleaner than earlier, so it's a win for the day. And now that we have cleaned our desk, I can finally take some photos on the desk. And so I pulled up my website and I'm gonna cross-check it with my sticker board that I usually have at markets, because I tend to like put new stickers out for markets, but again, I'm just so bad at like putting it on my website. So I'm gonna be taking out the ones out, so I know like I have to take photos of it to put on my website. So I'm just gonna cross-check it now.
조금씩 자리 잡은 널 느낄 때면 괜히 잠을 설치고 괜한 이유로 내게 연락해. 매번 같은 실수를 반복해. 이런 마음이 익숙지 않아. 끝없이 생각에 빠져 허우적거릴 뿐이야. Why don't you make me smile? Why don't you tell me?
Okay, so these are the ones that were not on my website, but it's been out for like so long. Like I actually just recently put this back on my market like assortment, but I've had this since like the beginning of time. Like I think I made this back in like 2022, so it's finally going up. But everything else, it's like this one I think I made like a few months ago. I think this is the newest one, but I still haven't had the time to put it up. That one is from like last January, so like over a year ago, and again, like these are just long time due stickers that I just haven't been putting up, but these are the ones that I have to take new photos of from the box. So not that much, to be honest, but still a decent amount where like I have to put descriptions and like take photos of and just make it look good. So let's get to it. So I finished taking all the photos. It didn't take as long as I thought it would, just because I feel like I have a good process for it now, and there is such good lighting that like there wasn't much adjustments needed. So all I have to do now is upload all the photos to my laptop. I do like a quick edit just to like brighten things up, and then also get rid of the background so that's transparent on my website. And then it's just the nitty-gritties of getting the descriptions, the SEOs, and all that jazz. So I think it's gonna take me like about an hour or so just to like get everything edited and put it up on the site. So we are finally done, and it took a little bit longer than I thought it would, just because there were so many like little details that I wanted to edit out, especially when I was trying to edit out the background. There were just like little things that the program that I was using did not catch, and so I had to like manually erase it. So the program that I'm using to remove the background is Adobe Express. It's free. It's like the only free place that I found that could like remove a background easily. As long as your background is like one colored, it's very easy to like remove that background. But sometimes like when I'm putting an item onto my white paper or something to take a photo of, it has like those little shadows, so sometimes it's hard to remove that part, which I'm trying to do manually. But other than that, if you have good lighting and like no shadows and it's very like flat on, it's like such a good tool, and it's again free to just remove the background of things. Like I've been searching all over for something like this. Like every other place, it's like you have to pay a subscription to like use their platform, but again, this is the only place that is really helping us out here, and I appreciate it. It's also a great place to just like brighten things up, because usually I refuse to be a subscriber to things because I feel like I don't use it enough. So that's why I haven't bought like the whole Adobe Photoshop suite, because I'm like, I could just use like Snapseed on my phone to edit out my photos. So what I usually do, honestly, is I just download all the photos from my camera onto my phone, and then for my phone I edit everything on Snapseed, and then I airdrop it back to my laptop to put it on my website. It's such a process, But having Adobe Express and like a one-stop shop of one, removing the background, and two, like editing my photos, it's such a time saver. Honestly, I wish this was a thing back then. I think it's like fairly new, maybe I'm wrong, but at least like the background situation, it's definitely new. Like I've never seen this in the past few years since I've been doing this. But yeah, so now I'm just doing the final touches of things, but other than that, I think they're all ready to go on the website. Double checking everything, making sure it looks good. It's just so annoying. Like I'm seeing all these small little things that I'm going to have to just erase manually, and it's hard because I don't have a mouse. But I'm just trying to be a professional with these white backgrounds, so it is quite a process, but I think I'm good. Okay, so now it is officially done and it's on my website. The only other thing that I wanted to do was place an order for new things. So I really wanted to upgrade my like packaging a little bit more. So let me show you what I currently do. Okay, so I've been using like this plain white tissue paper to like wrap all my products, and then I've been sealing it off with this like this happy things inside sticker and just closing it off. But I feel like it's so boring, it's so plain, there's nothing on it, and I really wanted to have like a branded custom tissue paper, and I'm going to be using vistaprint to print that out, and then I'm going to have a kind of like a remake of this. It's going to be in a circular form, and it's also going to say like happy things inside. I don't know when like I started this kind of like saying or slogan, whatever, but I really like it, and I'm gonna be bringing it along with me for my future packages. Anyways, I wanted to show you what it looks like. I've been meaning to place an order, but like I've been so behind on like designing it, even though it's like not a heavy lift. I think I just really wanted to get the colors right and like making sure everything looks good. So I'm just gonna be putting it right here. This is like what the sticker seal is gonna look like. It's gonna say happy things inside. I really like the idea of like a cloud theme, and I wanted it to be more pinkish than anything because I feel like pink is just my branding, my colors and everything. Like if you go on my website, it's like very pink and blue. So I wanted to incorporate that. And then for my tissue paper, it's going to be a bunch of doodles because it is Doodles by Indie, and it's gonna be of like artsy things. I included like a letter with a little heart shape because it is like a package from me, a letter from me. So I wanted to do that, but then overall like just wanting to make sure that it's like inclusive of like really artsy things that I do, like a paintbrush or just like a pencil in general. Like I love having these little doodles as my tissue paper. And then this is what it's gonna supposedly look like all together. I really like it. I really like the colors together, so hopefully that's what it's gonna look like when I get it in real life. But I'm about to place an order. I've been again waiting for myself to finish, but I also wanted to meet the minimum of free shipping, so both of those things, for one of them was like under 100, so I needed like both of them to be ordered together so that I can meet the free shipping. So now that I'm finally done with both, I can finally buy it, and hopefully it gets here in 2 weeks because it usually gets here around the 2-week time period. But so excited for the new packaging and for everyone to get it in 2 weeks when I get it. So make sure to order stuff in like 2 weeks or whenever this video goes out. I'll probably have it by like mid-March. And I'm just so excited because like this, I feel like this is one of the last things for my business to grow. I've had this like plain white tissue paper since the beginning of time. I think like when I first started, I started using this. I was like, this is easy, this is plain, and then I have like a fun sticker on it. But now it's like both, the best of both worlds, like a doodle tissue paper and then a fun sticker. And the stickers are gonna come off in a roll, so it's like so easy for me to like bang out orders and not like have to like individually rip these stickers off, which is a time sucker because sometimes I just have to like bang out stickers, and when it comes in a roll I can just easily take it off. Okay, so that was about like 3 hours of work. It might not look like a lot because that's just the beauty of editing. You can like speed things up, you can cut things out, but it did take me that long to like just take photos, edit all the photos, put them on my website, and like just think of what to write for my descriptions. And then regarding like all my tissue paper and like my sealer sticker, I had to like check to make sure that everything looks good. There's no like extra speck, there's no extra lines anywhere that shouldn't be, because again it takes about 2 weeks, so I don't want my products to get here in 2 weeks and then I'm like, oh shoot, there's like a mistake, I have to reorder, and that is like another 2 weeks. So I had to triple check everything. But now that it's been a while, I think I should get up from my desk and like go outside and maybe walk my dog a little bit and like just get some fresh air. I think I might go for a little longer walk, just because I think we both need it. The first sunny day in such a long time. I'm so excited for it to just not be like below freezing anymore, and it's like I can actually just go out in like a denim jacket or something and call it a day, because I'm so done with like winter and snow and everything. I'm just ready to have some warmth. So I feel like spring is almost here. It's like fake spring right now in the East Coast. Like we would have winter and then we would have like a week or so of spring weather. It was 60 the other day, but I already know that like we're probably gonna go back to like the 30s again, and then we're going to probably get a couple weeks of that, and then the real spring starts where it's gonna be like 50s, 60s for a while until summer. But right now I'm just gonna really enjoy the fake spring that we have, and hopefully I don't get sick, because I feel like this is around the time I would usually get sick because of the weather change. But I'm gonna put a coat on now, not my winter jacket, but just like a big enough jacket so that I don't get sick. I feel like this outfit is like really just the East Coast in me, like having my baseball cap and then like a pea coat. I feel like you definitely don't get this kind of outfit like on the West Coast, obviously, because it's not like super cold there like in California, but this is it. This is this fake spring look. Okay, so I don't know how loud it's gonna be because it is a little bit breezier outside, so you might catch some sound of the wind, but it's so nice outside. I know this is fake spring, but it's such a teaser because I can't remember the last time it was this nice out. I feel like this winter was definitely a lot colder, definitely a lot longer, so I'm so ready for it to be warm again. I'm walking my dog and he's enjoying just the sun on his body, but also like I feel like without a dog, like would I be out here, you know, like would I just be taking a walk around my neighborhood, or would I just rot at home, have no sunlight in my body? So I feel like without a dog, like I wouldn't be out here, Like, I'm trying to remember or recall when, like, when I didn't have a dog. What did I do? Like, I was living in the city, but not like New York City. It was like a downtown area near the city. And I guess, like, would I have walked around without him? I feel like yes, but also at the same time, like, I got my dog like right after the pandemic, so I would have been in the office, you know, like I wouldn't have gotten my steps in like this. So in some ways, like, my dog saved my life and he's the best. So if you are someone who also works from home and like don't get a lot of sunlight, maybe get a dog, because they're gonna force you out like multiple times a day to have to go to the bathroom. So I suggest getting a dog. Come on, buddy, let's go. Let's go. Okay, we're back inside. I feel like after that walk, I walked for like 30 minutes outside. It was so nice, like I said, while I was walking out there. Now I feel like maybe it's the sun rays or whatever, but I don't want to do any work now. I just feel like I want to just chill, and like I've been wanting to draw more or like paint more with my gouache paint. If you watch my other video, like I've been trying to at least once a month draw a little bit or paint a little bit, and so I think this is the day. I think I'm ready to paint something, so I'm just gonna get ready for it with my painter's tape and everything, and I think that's how I'm gonna end my day. I think I'm just gonna paint and call it a day. I feel like that's the beauty of, you know, the weekend, just being able to relax a little bit. I think that's the beauty of the weekend, being able to get some work done, but also learning when to take a break and stop and do other things. And I feel like I got a lot accomplished today for me to do something else. And I think I'm just gonna paint, and then I'm gonna read my book a little bit, and then that's it.